I'm Andy Revkin, write a column for the New York Times online, otherwise called a blog, called .earth, since 2007. I've been writing about climate change since the 1980s, and my bigger focus is on ways to smooth the human journey in the 21st century. Like, how do we head through roughly 9 billion people by mid-century with the fewest regrets? That's my beat, that's my question every day. One of my learning curve moments was that there was a long period when I thought climate change was an environmental problem, like a pollution problem. And then I realized a big chunk of it's a technology problem, that we don't have cheap, abundant, massively dispatchable energy from renewable sources. And so how do you do that? Then I realized it was a behavioral problem and it's sort of a sociological problem. And when I think about it in terms of comparing it to other issues, in the end, you could, again, it's such a big problem that you could disengage and get paralyzed, or you could say, well, what are the other big perennial problems we work on in a sustained way? And they include trying to figure out cancer, reducing cancer incidence, partially about basic science, understanding cancer, partially about better surveillance, better public health. Poor people who don't have mammograms, have a much higher rate of cancer deaths, and so it's like, and you don't go into the fight on cancer knowing you're going to solve the problem. Public health itself, education, making our education system better is a perennial thing. It's not like you don't fix the educational system; you work to make it better. And defense, national security. It's an evolving area where there's no quick, easy answer. Ways to make the world safer and more secure. So when you think about those, are normal problems. They're just part of what we work on. I think increasingly the world is recognizing that climate change and energy are along those lines. So it's becoming normal. That's one of the other things I think has come out of Paris. Is the old metaphor was there's a fire burning in a house down the road. You got to run down there and put it out, solve the climate crisis. And it's a totally different problem than that. It's like in a community figuring out how to lower the risk of fires. What do you do? Part of that is through design codes. Part of that is through maybe inventing safer technologies for houses. Part of that is insurance, paying a little bit up front so if you do have a fire, you can survive it economically. And climate change is, again, more like that than like running down the road to put out a fire.